90 Day Fiancé cast member Anfisa Arkhipchenko starred in House of Villains Season 1, leading many to wonder about her relationship and divorce with Jorge Nava. The two debuted in 90 Day Fiancé Season 4 in 2016. Anfisa instantly became one of the most loathed cast members in the franchise. She was labeled the gold digger because she admitted she was with Jorge for his money. Anfisa turned down continuing the show in 2018. Life took Anfisa in a different direction as she became a certified personal trainer, bodybuilding champion, and model. Anfisa was 20 and Jorge was 27 when they met on a social networking site. Jorge had seen some of Anfisa's photos and thought of contacting her on Facebook. Anfisa didn't try responding to Jorge at first but eventually agreed to meet up with him in person. Anfisa and Jorge met in Spain for the first time in 2016. Anfisa had traveled with her university and did not expect Jorge to come there. Jorge couldn't believe how beautiful Anfisa was. He described her as a goddess, wearing high heels. The two went to a local restaurant together and began dating. Anfisa and Jorge ended up going on a lavish European vacation and started talking about marriage. Jorge applied for Anfisa's K1 visa, and while they were waiting for her to arrive in California, the 90 Day Fiancé cameras showed Anfisa and Jorge engaged in a fight. Anfisa wanted Jorge to buy her a $10,000 handbag. When Jorge refused to give in to her demands, Anfisa threatened to cancel her flight. It was just a teaser of what was to come in this storyline. Anfisa got a rude shock upon her arrival. She discovered Jorge didn't have a place of his own. He had pleaded guilty to marijuana trafficking and couldn't rent an apartment. Jorge had hidden his financial difficulties and criminal past from his soon-to-be wife. When they went shopping for an engagement ring, Anfisa wanted one worth $300,000. She also wanted to buy a $45,000 dress. She was straightforward when she told Jorge she was only interested in him for his money. She once keyed his car to spell idiot, and according to Jorge, broke several phones when she was livid. After they married, Anfisa even hid Jorge on camera when they went to a lawyer's office to get a postnuptial agreement. Nonetheless, Jorge refused to give in. Jorge and Anfisa got married anyway. The heart wants what it wants, he said. Jorge kept his wedding a secret from his family. To Anfisa, the wedding was just a formality. She knew she was going to have her true wedding where she could wear the dress of her dreams later. Anfisa wore a simple white dress to their courthouse ceremony. They tied the knot in August 2017. The couple appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Seasons 2 and 3. While they had their share of fights, including an epic clash featuring a red makeup bag, which was the most memorable. The couple were happy together for a while. In February 2018, Jorge was arrested in Arizona on multiple felony counts including possession of marijuana for sale and transportation of marijuana for sale. Per TMZ, Jorge was pulled over by cops in Mojave County for a traffic violation. Police then searched his vehicle and discovered the 293 pounds of weed in the car. Jorge spent 2 days in jail before posting $25,000 bail. Jorge officially received his sentencing for possession of drugs, with the intention to sell, in September 2018. According to People, Jorge was ordered to serve 2.5 years in prison after his lawyer was able to reduce his Class 2 felony to a Class 4. Jorge was looking at around 24 years due to the charges against him, but the charges were dropped when his lawyer was able to work out a plea agreement. Jorge's reduced sentencing was allegedly based on his prior record and the amount of marijuana he was caught with. Jorge celebrated his early release in May 2020. "The sky is the limit freedom," he wrote in his Instagram caption. Anfisa went Instagram official with her new boyfriend Leo Asaf in March 2020, while the photo has now been deleted. In Touch reported Anfisa confirmed she was dating the man via her comments. When a fan called her man a lucky guy, Anfisa responded with a smirking emoji. He claimed it broke his heart to discover Anfisa had moved on romantically while he was still behind bars. Jorge was recorded over the phone from the Arizona State Complex in Phoenix. "I couldn't call her because she blocked my calls. It was just a mess," he added. Jorge, who went down to 190 pounds, from 318 pounds, in prison, said he planned on divorcing Anfisa upon his release. Jorge made the split official by filing for divorce in August 2020. The couple had just celebrated their third wedding anniversary on August 1, 2020. Jorge filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. In Arizona, he listed the date of their separation as November 19, 2019. Anfisa and Jorge divorced in December 2020. Jorge went Instagram official with his girlfriend Rhoda Blua in June 2020 by sharing a picture of them embracing on Instagram. They welcomed their first baby together in April 2021. In March 2022, Jorge and Rhoda had their second baby together. He married Rhoda in July 2022 in Clark County, Nevada. Anfisa, meanwhile, sparked dating rumors with a man named Joseph in June 2022, but she has maintained that she prefers keeping her personal life private. However, Anfisa has shared other details about what she's been up to, including earning a bachelor's degree. All eyes were on the 90-Day Fiancé star during her House of Villains stint. To see how she fared on that exciting new show, Jorge finally grew up and maturity looks so good on him. He seems like a different man, really leaning into being a husband and dad. He's apparently found a real wife, rather than a crass gold digger, because his partner really cares. No matter how much money he has, she frees him up to be himself. His children love him no matter what too, including the adorable infant shown above, who bears more than a passing resemblance to his devoted dad. The baby above is George, his son with Rhoda, and the little one is just so cute. The baby smiles happily in the photo. George seems to be getting lots of love from mom and dad. His daughter, Zara, is such a sweet little girl, with glowing dark eyes like her father's. Zara is the oldest child. With George coming along on March 22, 2022, Jorge pulled himself together to a remarkable extent, fixing what was wrong with his life. He used positive energy to push forward and become his best self. A lot of people want to do this, but actually making it happen can be tough. That's why Jorge's redemption arc is so moving. He went from jailbird to ecstatic husband and father, with a wild weight loss journey thrown in to add some spice. His transformation is physical and spiritual. Jorge is happy with his life today, and it's nice to see a 90DF cast member so content.